This podcast is sponsored by One Gutter Guard, the premium gutter guard that delivers the highest performance, quality, and value to your customers. From its different mesh filters to its unibody construction, One Gutter Guard can be the difference maker in your business. Are you interested in becoming part of the exclusive dealer network? Contact them today at onegutterguard.com or just give them a call. Now back to our show. Speaking of One Gutter Guard, my man, Jon Sjostedt, I'm so happy to have you back on. You know, I'm like the hugest fan. And although we talk all the time, we don't do it publicly. So thanks for coming back on, brother.
What an intro. That's incredible.
When we get a chance, I need you to write me another one. My first one. Hey, everybody that's watching. So Jon, as you know, we're live and we'll always end up with a bunch of people watching. So the first one, Jon, and we are so grateful, has helped sponsor our podcast from day one. We can't thank you enough. And I come out with this installer format. I really love One Gutter Guard. You should buy it. And it works great for me. And Jon was like, that's not good marketing. Here, please say it like you were introducing Cinderella. I appreciate that because I learned a lot just from our engagement in creating that spectacular ad. So, Jon, there's some new stuff happening with you and your team. You're going to be at the Gutter Summit. You're another sponsor and a vendor. We appreciate that. And we're really excited to help you showcase what is an absolutely amazing product. So I'll let you do it. Why don't you give us the couple minute or less spiel of what you've got for the people and why this product is so dang good.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Grant. And thank you for the opportunity, honestly, to come on and talk with you and talk to the people and anybody that will listen. We're super excited to be one of the sponsors of the Gutter Summit. I think that it's the number one thing that we can do is in this industry as industry leaders, yourself, others in this, is to help educate all of us. We can all learn from each other how to do things better. And, I highly suggest that anybody that is considering going to the Gutter Summit, please do so. I think you'll learn a great deal at this with a lot of great, intelligent people in the industry. So please, if you have an opportunity, get in touch with Grant and come and see us. We're excited to be there for sure. Yeah, so absolutely. With that, I'm always, at the head of this ship, just trying to make sure that people understand, we're out here. We have an opportunity to be able to help you through your product. We're like a Home Depot, right? You have the opportunity as dealers and installers out there to install lots of different products. What we want to do and where we differ is we want to set yourself apart, right? You always want to do things marketing wise to differentiate yourself. Well, one of the biggest ways of doing that is product offerings. Everybody can install a gutter, not well, but there's a lot of techniques there. But a gutter is a gutter. But with products like gutter protection and things like that, you can separate yourself by having a premium product or at least very good products that will give you a good name and a lasting name in your area. And One Gutter Guard is one of those.
Absolutely. Let's say hi to a couple people that have said hello to you. Mason White, how's it going, brother? We recognize you. Thanks for joining the show. I don't know who this Lisa Hubbard lady is that always jumps on every single one of my lives. I think she likes me, but we like her back. And she said that she's excited to hear from you today. And as you know, she's a huge fan. And now that I've stepped away, she plays a big role in management over there at Kips. So she's the one doing the ordering from you guys. And I know that she loves the way that you guys interact and that, when we order those pallets from you guys, they come quick and undamaged. And that's just a very small part of your great customer service. And David Wyatt, who is our up and coming friend, he's going to be speaking at the summit as well. And he is one of the champions of the strictly gutter cleaning service companies
Yep.
that we're starting to get involved with. And he's just such an amazing person. So thanks for jumping on. And Lisa has one more thing to say. Tina is fabulous, and they just got a delivery yesterday. We all love Tina as well, for sure.
Yes,
So
yes, we thank you for that, Lisa. We really appreciate that. Tina is a rock star, and any chance we can, we love to hear that. So thank you very much. Customer service these days is tough, right? You just got to find the right people to serve your community, and we feel like we've done that, and we will continue to do that. That's paramount in my leadership, is making sure that we have good customer service, because that's, and in the end, that's everything, is the relationship with our customers.
absolutely. You know what I find that I respect so much about you, besides your product, is, and here I'm going to take us down a little rabbit hole, and you might beat me for this, but I called you a few weeks ago, right? Because I respect you, and we're partners, and you've supported me financially through, and my team, through this podcast adventure. And what did I say? I said, hey man, I got these vendor spots to fill at the summit, and I want to make sure that I'm respecting you. And I've got some other guard companies that want to come. And you're like, first off, Grant, I support you. Get your money. Competition is healthy. And not your exact words, but I ain't worried about nothing.
Well,
And
you know what?
Go ahead.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and it's true. I would say this: there's room out there for all products, and all products
Mhm.
have a niche. We have ours. I mean, there are tons of products out there to choose from. I think there's an echelon of quality products that we should be choosing from,
Yep.
and then there's ones to stay away from, I think. Because honestly, from the dealer or from an installer standpoint, you want to make sure that you're not going back out there, what I
Correct.
call non-revenue generating events, right? You're just,
Waste of time
it's
and
an
money. Yep.
expense.
Yep.
um so my father used to say, if you're going to do it right the first time. So
Mhm.
pick a high quality product that you can stand by. So I appreciate that. Listen, competition is healthy. It helps, but it's that little bit that allows you to be a little bit better than the others, and we work hard to do that. Designing and engineering new products that what we call revolutionize and change the way people think about gutter guards. There's plenty of lower tier products out there that I would say you should stay away from.
Absolutely. Um, I, I can't think enough. Me and the team had a conversation the other day. We said, okay, well, we've got a couple different guard companies coming, and this is going to be quite the show. And I've made it clear too, and I will say this publicly. I've made it clear, um, quite frankly, whose team I'm on, and trust has to be earned. Right? I've let some other guard companies spend some money to come to the summit, and they may do well, they may flop. That's going to be completely on them. But I know what my team, One Gutter Guard, is going to do. And I know you're going to do well. And I want to talk about why you're going to do well from an installer standpoint for a minute, because I love your product. And quite frankly, your product is not for every customer, just like the
No.
Ferrari and the Mercedes and the BMW is not for every customer. And some customers drive Ford and GMs and Honda, and that's perfectly fine too, right? There's something different. We all can't afford a $200 tie. If you get your tie at Kohl's and it's $18 and you make it look sharp, like, we all respect that, right? Um,
Yep.
but One Gutter Guard in particular, for me over the years, has offered three different levels of solution based offerings to the customer. And not only three different based, but they can be intertwined. And
Yeah.
what we're talking about is your mesh series. Could you tell us a little bit about that mesh series, please?
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. And you hit the nail on the head. It's two parts, right? So we designed the product around the idea that not one size shoe fits all, right? So the engineer behind it, Jim Cullen, who's a fantastic and brilliant guy, literally took customer feedback and said, "We've got to do something about this," and created a system that was the first interchangeable mesh gutter guard product. That's the truth. And so what that does is allows us to be a um, a more versatile product offering to more customers, right? If we just
Yes.
have one size shoe, we're going to fit size 9 and that's it, right? So the interchangeable mesh is, what I call the very fine to medium to open, right? And so we go from a 24 mesh to an 18 mesh, which is in the middle, and a 12 mesh, which is more open. And depending on the environment, the installer or estimator that is doing is can take a look at that house and say to the customer, I can protect your your home and your gutters with a customizable installation that no
Hmm.
one else can. So not only can you just choose all 18 mesh, but in the valleys, you can use 12 mesh to absorb more of the volume of water. So it's not just that you can choose from house to house, it is the interchangeable aspects of it within the house. So if you've got one side of the roof, sometimes you see those houses with a steep pitch roof on one part of the house, and the other is a little bit flatter, or there's a pine tree in the front and oak tree in the back. Those types of environments can dictate a different filter, and that's
Yep.
all a mesh product is. It's a filter, and you just don't want it to clog. And it's that always that balance, right? You're always trying to absorb the most amount of water and keep the most amount of debris out based upon your environment. And we feel like we've
Absolutely.
created a system that you can utilize that for. And it should be well priced in the arena of gutter guards
Hmm.
for that. Especially when you have the others that are out there. We all know Leaf Filter and the name, and they've got a great image and brand and all that. If they're
Ah,
average, well, the average is
no,
$35
sir.
a yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
you're a gentleman and a scholar.
I,
No, they
I,
don't. I'm fine saying
so
that.
we
Yeah.
could talk about tactics and the sales process and the things that they do, but I'm not I don't
They
think
have
that the
some decent
product.
tactics and processes.
Right,
I'm
right,
not gonna ever sit here live personally, and you're a
sure,
respectful gentleman, and so am I. I'm not
yep,
okay with the product. It shouldn't be compared at all to yours. Theirs is the car broke down on the side of the road, a Fiero that somebody tried to put a Corvette engine in that made it 3 feet, and that's not what you
yep,
have, sir.
yep. Listen,
I said it, not you.
I can appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. I would just simply say this: our product is aluminum and stainless steel. Their
Yep.
product is vinyl. Vinyl has its characteristics, right? I mean, we
Yes.
all know what vinyl does. You can't hide from it. It is what it is, And so, in stainless steel and mesh and aluminum, hey, it's not going to warp, it's not going to distort, it's not going to do any of those things. So, that's where we feel like we're completely different. But we're also in that realm, in the world that we sell in. Our average dealer or installer sells our product somewhere between the $18 and $22 a foot
Uh-huh.
mark to customers. Where Leaf Filters at 35.
Yeah.
And so honestly, it's a 35% savings right off the bat, and you're getting a better product. I think it's a steal.
A way better product. And I wanna make sure, a lot of people are watching me and getting hung up on words. Listen, I don't have any particular disdain for anyone at Leaf Filter. Just after so many years, and I did work there for a little bit, and I made some money with them. I made a
Sure.
ton of money actually with them over a certain period of time. I'm just telling you, as a gutter professional, that Grant Hubbard does not back Leaf Guard product. I don't
Yep.
have any disdain for any particular salesperson processes. I think they have a tendency of preying on the elderly. I'm not okay
Yep.
with that, but I'm not mad at any of you installers that got your start working for Leaf Filter and now own your own gutter business. There's zero disrespect there. I'm just not co-signing their filter
Right.
on
Yep.
any of my customers' homes. That's all.
Well,
Um,
I can understand that. But I agree.
and I'm sure there's a lot of people that agree, but I'll do the dirty work. Hey guys, let's give away a ticket as well, real quick. And I want to just say hi here to a couple more people. Tim Crouch says hello, John. And Lisa says it's the luxury brand guard. And it is. I don't know. So how do you feel about us running around going, man, John's the Ferrari of gutter guards, or John's
Oh,
product?
I 100% think it's a wonderful compliment, and I
Okay.
think it's also a great SUV, right? Because it's a utilitarian product, so it would be the Ferrari of SUVs.
What do they call?
So
They got a Ferrari SUV.
yeah,
What is
for
Lamborghini? They're
well,
Urus.
Lamborghini does too, and then Persangua or something like that.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't speak
Listen,
that.
we might be biting ourselves in the you know what, because I think a lot of people are like those Lamborghini Uruses just fall apart. Da, 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 da. So anyway, this is the Ferrari, the Ferrari Enzo
Oh, that
of the Enzo Ferrari. There we go. There's the
yeah,
one.
yep,
Will says, keep putting that quality product out. So speaking of putting that quality product out, and I want to pause really quick and jump in. John, you have already given away your tickets. All of our vendors have access to give away. I believe it's 2 tickets. Am I correct with that? You are one of the few, I don't want to say everybody, but one of the few vendors that did it exactly how we wanted it to be done. You reached out to your, what I would consider probably your best or favorite customers, and you got their ticket. And I believe you paid for them to get there and their hotel.
that is
Is
correct.
that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Way to give
No,
back,
and
brother. That's
honestly, we reached out to customers that we felt would best benefit to go to
perfect. Yes.
your event. That's the
Mhm.
honest truth. The guys that are killing it,
Yeah, I
they
mean,
already know it, right? They already
mhm,
know,
mhm.
and while they may go, but the guys that need it are the guys that are just starting
I love
or
it.
struggling, and hey, that's what you guys are there for. You're there
Yeah.
to help and support and give back.
That's it. I
So
mean, we're not out here saying, "Oh, you're doing 12.5 million a year with 69% gross profit. You still better come and change your ways."
yeah,
No, I bet you
no,
could still learn something because I will take
oh,
some stuff away from different speakers, right? You always be growing. But let's give away a ticket. We'll see if we get anybody in there, and we'll open this for the next hour. This isn't on you, John. This is on me and Tim. If you guys comment grow in this live, we'll shut it down in like an hour, not the chat, but we'll close it down. We'll give someone a ticket. So we've got some certain guys that are commenting grow in every single live. Really, really, really want to win. I hope you win it. And let's boom up. Let's blow up the chat. So back to your superior luxury brand and your consistency. You both have such good spirits. No wonder y'all get along. It makes it nice too. A lot of people I chat with I've never met. I've met John several times, and we
yeah.
spend a lot of time on the phone. And Lisa, don't forget, he helps pay some of our bills.
Ah, no, no. It's you know what?
It's mutual, you
Uh,
know that. Yeah.
it's a easy we're easygoing people that treat people well, and that's
We
the
both
we
know
want to
what
give
each
back.
intentions are, right? It's about the
Yeah,
intention.
yeah, yeah.
Lisa's
We
dying
want to give
laughing.
back, and Lisa's awesome. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Tim, for saying hi, and look forward to catching up with you as well. Yeah, I just from a quality standpoint, I think it's important that it's not just the quality of the product. While that is extremely important,
Mhm.
utility of the product as well, but
Yeah.
we have to look 5, 10 years down the line, even 1 year down the line. Are you getting callbacks for products that are not working? We all can. Even one gutter guard gets callbacks. Here's the difference. We
Thank
can
you.
make changes to the mesh. We can
Mm.
provide a difference in that. And so, when you go out, you don't have to replace the whole thing. You can have a solution in your pocket to go back out and quickly and efficiently financially,
Yep.
right? Because time is money. make a change and make a difference. We get those calls. And the request is, how do I make this better for this customer?
Yes.
And we have that solution. There's
Can
no
I share?
yeah,
Can I
no, I was
share?
just going to say there is no perfect solution to gutter guards.
No.
The perfect gutter guard is having no gutter, but
Yeah.
that's not an option in some cases too, right?
Correct.
So
We had a scenario not too long ago, and it's very rare. We've put up a tremendous amount of your product, just an absolute tremendous amount. And I like that you're honest about it. And I want to be honest about one. It was so easy to fix. We had a lady we sold, I don't know, this was probably a year or two ago. We sold her product. She chose your product. This is to be real. We give them a couple options. We talk about their financial situation. We also talk about what the solution is, the best solution. Sometimes one gutter guard on an elderly woman's home that's on a very tight budget, although we could preach that value, the longevity, but if she's 81, come on, she might not need to
yep,
spend $6,000 on. Her house is already too big, right? Maybe just whatever. So this particular situation, a lady wanted your guard and she loved the really fine mesh. That's the 24, correct?
correct.
She said, this is going to keep out all the pine needles, all the everything. And we agreed. And although I recommended a larger mesh because of the pitch of her roof, I said, we may end up with a little bit. This is a really fine mesh that works in a great filtration scenario. But the pitch of your roof and how far your roof comes over, I just don't know that I love. This is the one I want. And I'm like, man, this is going to keep everything out, including some of the rain.
Right.
And it did. In this 18-foot section or 24-foot section, it did. And that was the one spot I knew because it just had just a light pitch, but I don't know, 60 feet to the peak, right? It get some serious time to build up water pressure. And her shingle hung like way over, right? And I couldn't, long story short, when she called back finally after a year and a half and said, yeah, this one spot, when it, of course, Texas torrential downpours, right? 6 hours straight of the heaviest rain. It shot. It hit the guard. Some went in for sure, but some was definitely shooting over. What did we do? We spent about 15 minutes switching out the guard, and we put 18 in right there. And it happened to rain a couple days later, and beautiful, right?
Perfect.
That could have went a whole different way.
Yep.
Pulling up guards and this and that and arguing and being scared that we didn't have a solution is the worst. We sell her guard X that has no other solution. Now we've got to put our tail in between our legs and say, we promised you something. We can't deliver on it. We just need to go a whole nother route. Oh, that's the worst.
It is. Yeah. And it's costly in time, costly in materials. It's never a good situation with a customer because their expectations are not met. And so that's why, having it's like pulling up to a garage and having a flathead screwdriver, and that's all you got.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you've got one that has multiple heads and different attachments and things like that, your likelihood of fixing something goes up drastically.
Well, and on top of it, just hats off to you. And we're going to talk about a new product that you have coming out, and people should come for many, many reasons. But if you're coming to the summit, I can't wait to let you see this new product that Jon has. But you know how we were able to do the switch out so cheap on the mesh is because we bulk buy from you. We follow you around like army ants waiting for you to hook up really awesome deals at different conventions, and we buy pallets, and then you guys throw in some extra mesh of our choosing. So you guys make sure you're watching out for these deals from Jon and his team, because I happen to have the 18. I didn't have to go pull it out of other guard. I've got a couple nice stacks that Jon has supplied us, and we purchased some. It's available for purchase. These different stainless steel meshes that come beautifully wrapped, and you just put them on your shelf. And we also use them sometimes in the inside corners, right? And super high flow. People want the finer meshes for the pine needles and stuff. We advise them. Got these massive, $1, $2, $3, $10, $20 million homes, valleys that go to heaven. And we're like, yeah, we need to put this bigger mesh in there. And it's so easy to do. So I
Listen,
can
I'll
go
tell you.
on about your products
Yeah,
for.
no, I appreciate it. And it's true. I mean, we live in Florida, right? So we talk about rain. It's the same as Texas, if not more, and consistent, right? So 12 mesh works extremely well in areas where you have metal roofs, tile roofs, steep pitch roofs to absorb that water. It's a great product. That's really the main purpose for it, right? What we're trying to do is absorb the water. That's the whole thing,
Yep.
and keep debris out. But even with the 12 mesh, you're going to have the debris deflection that you want. It's going to
Mhm,
work.
mhm.
And if it doesn't, guess what? You can replace it. We'll send it out to you for free if it doesn't work and you need something. So we've done it. And what Grant has said is true. Listen, if you are a current dealer for us and you have issues with X, Y, or Z, talk to Tina. I'm sure she will throw in a couple of 12 mesh for the miters on your next
Yep.
order for free.
Mhm.
So, listen, we want you to utilize the entire system as it was meant to be, both in the sales aspect and the installation, right? So when you're selling it and when they're selling it, you want to use the full foliage of what you have
Yep.
to be able to sell the customer because if there aren't any else that do that. So if you show yourself apart from the others, that's what will make you different.
Speaking of free, we got some people that want free summit tickets. Keep it coming or don't. And we've got 2 people on here, 50-50 chance right now. Come, is anybody going to come stir it up? I feel like an auctioneer, right? Like, so I really appreciate your time. I don't want to take up too
Yeah.
much time with it. I want to mention people ask me all the time, hey, man, want to get a hold of Jon, but can I just try a little bit out? Listen, Jon's not sending free boxes of his guard out to everyone, but he will. I think you do a BOGO, buy one, get one for a
Yeah,
first time.
yes, for new dealers that sign up, absolutely. And remember, we don't sell to everyone. We do
Correct.
have a dealership model, and what makes us different is the exclusivity of that group. We
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you are aligned with us, that you're going to install quality, or have quality installs, that you have a good reputation, and most importantly, that we don't put 20 dealers in your local town. That's
Correct.
not what we want. We want it to be special for you. And when you're advertising, we don't want those dollars going to all the other smaller companies. We want it going for you because you spend your hard earned money to do so. So the dealership model is different as well. That's one of the biggest things that's different with what we provide is a dealership model. So contact us
Absolutely.
today. And if there's an opportunity in your area to be a dealer, we will be very happy to have you. The spots are filling up pretty quick, and with this new product that's coming out, it is going to get even tougher. So get in
Mm,
now while you can.
I
So
agree.
that's a wonderful thing. Speaking of, I know that you're going to be able to see these new products. I just want to give a little bit of a kind of a nice look there. That is the new
Yeah.
product that's coming out.
Okay. Okay.
All our current dealers will be getting that box here probably in the last week of September,
There we
launching
go.
in the 1st of October. It is first of its kind, another first of its kind in the market. Uh, and I will be glad to reveal one little thing about it, which is it is the first of its kind to be 100% a stainless steel mesh macro mesh product, 100% permeable, which is incredible in the sense that now the actual filter that we all talk about is the
Mm-hmm.
actual guard.
Yes.
But even more exciting is that this guard is a value price, right? It is targeted to go after that middle tier. So for the lady that can't afford the higher
Mm-hmm.
tier, this is in that realm, but you're not sacrificing quality install and performance for other things. It is a
Absolutely.
incredible product. I'm excited to show it to everybody at Gutter Growth. I'm excited for all our dealers. If you're interested in becoming a dealer and seeing this product, we are ready and willing to have you on board. So give us a call or send us an email for 100% sure.
Absolutely. So you guys reach out. We got a couple people here, three or four more, trying to get that free ticket, trying to come see Jon and everybody else. So samples how can they reach out? They can't get a whole, he's not going to send you hundreds of feet to do it. But let me just explain real quick on the buy one, get one, and correct me if I'm wrong. You buy a box, you'll do your first time deal. Again, if there's not already a dealer in your area, I know that Jon does very well. He will turn you down because he's already got a deal, but it's worth a shot.
Yep.
You buy a box, it comes with 80 feet. He'll give you a box for your first time. So it's 160 feet. Try it out. You're going to absolutely love it. And I'll go even one step further. And I think we'll figure out something, Jon. This is in the works. It's not a secret, really, and we haven't gotten far with it because we've both been busy. But there's some ways to install these guards correctly based on the different types of homes. So if you guys do have questions or concerns, reach out to me as well. I'm absolute expert in installing this product. I've installed it literally on everything, all pitches, all fascias, slanted, half rounds. I mean, box cutters, concrete, stucco, brick, open rafter tail. I mean, you name it, I've done it. And I know there's some tricks. And I have no problem as long as you become a dealer in helping support you in that install. And maybe one day we'll do something.
Grant, I appreciate that. And I just think that the gutter growth platform that you guys are out there on, that's part of that. It's part of education, and is having the group around you to be able to assist you with all of these things. It's a mastermind, right? It's one of those things where you're coming together, but it's more of a group to really support each other. And I think you're going to find
just did 60, 61, 62 members. We're becoming kind of a huge family here, right? And I'm traveling around supporting these guys, and sure, Gutter Growth is a mastermind. It's also a mission. There's a much bigger play here than just we now have one meeting a week. There's something bigger here. We're building a culture of professionals around the country that we're proud to call friends and family, and you're a part of that. And so I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you announcing the new product. I think we're probably the first place you've done that. And
it is.
Hey guys, come meet Jon Sjostedt and his team and check out his products at the Gutter Summit, and come drink some bourbon, smoke some cigars, take the tour, whether you're general admission or VIP. Come find me. I'd love to shake your hand, meet you, switch out numbers, and make myself available for you for your future of value and growth. Jon, it was an absolute pleasure. Do you have anything else you want to? I don't want to just cut you off later.
No, I thank you. One Gutter, obviously www.onegutterguard.com and the new www.lockinmeshguard.com. So
this is just for you, baby. I only do it for a couple people. I only do outro music for a couple people. You guys know how to find me. You guys know how to now find One Gutter Guard. If you have any questions, come ask them personally at the summit. We will help you in your life.